guy's paying all the bills, woman's at home. The guy's going to pay up. He's going to be paying a good amount, and it's going to be for...
And to all the providers, she just said, it don't matter if you pay all the bills. You treat her right. You give her everything she ever wanted. She wants to divorce you, pay up.
Oh!
And why you paying the up? Because you was the main provider. You paid everything. So now the judge is going to look at you and be like, well, since you've been giving her all these stuff, she ain't got no job, you got to keep providing. Look at this is why I tell you, stop listening to women. Doing 50-50, bro, is amazing. It shows that the woman can work. It shows that she has the ability to work. I keep telling y'all, when women say, oh, no, I want you to be a man, pay all the bills, that's what the she means. So when she leaves, she can still get some more money from you. So even when you think you're doing an amazing job as a man, you still...
You lose.
This is filthy work.
It's an evil world we live in.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video that I want to react to you guys from a channel called Desirable Truth. I reacted to several of their clips in the past, and I'll make sure I'll leave the link to this video in the description, as well as tag his channel. If you guys aren't familiar with him, if you want to, you can go over there and support his channel as well. I didn't realize he had so many subs. He has like almost 500,000 subs, man. I like it. I've been watching him since he like first started, man. So shout out to that brother. Anyway, he had a female divorce lawyer that he had an interview with, excuse me. And I want y'all to hear what she had to say, because she told quite a bit here. And yeah, we'll see by the end of this video if any of you guys still want to be 100% provider or not. I already know the women are going to dislike this one anyway. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
What's your age?
32.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a divorce lawyer.
As a divorce lawyer, would you say that divorces are initiated most by men or by women?
Women, 90% of the time.
Why is that the case?
I think that they yap with their friends, and I think they get real frustrated where guys are like, I'll get to it tomorrow. And I think the women just get in their heads and they're like, all right, I'm done.
So it's the women who are sabotaging their own relationships?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of it is that they're getting with their girlfriends, they're angry, they just get frustrated, and they have a lot of people in their ears. And I think they just want to, when they're done, they're done.
The classic single women keep other women single. You cannot make this shit up. And we're hearing a female divorce lawyer saying this shit. And y'all know this ain't cap, because who do y'all see celebrating divorces on social media? Men or women? Yeah, I thought so.
But surely, as a woman, you shouldn't tolerate any and everything in a relationship.
Definitely not at all, but I feel like things build up really easily with people, and they're talking about it more, where you're like pissed off and you get kind of over it quickly.
But how long have you been a divorce attorney?
Probably like since 2016 I've been practicing, and then 2017 officially barred.
So being that you've been in the field for 8+ years, do you think that marriage is outdated now?
Outdated, but it's a more acceptable to get divorced, right? Because like we're seeing it a lot more. It's not taboo, so it's changed.
Did anybody else notice that pause? you know she wanted to say yeah, man. She wanted to say yeah, bro. She's a divorce lawyer, for crying out loud. Of course she wanted to say yeah. Anybody with common sense knows that these divorce laws have been outdated for quite some time now. These were created back in a time when women didn't have all the privileges and rights that they have now. They can work wherever they want to work, do whatever they want to do now. There's no excuse and no reason why this is still in place unless it's beneficial to the system itself. And we all know when it comes to divorce and when it comes to child support, we all know who else getting a cut. And that's the reason why they keep things the way they are. Yeah, that's some real RP shit for your ass. Yeah. But we ain't gonna go there. Let's keep it moving.
Do you think that sexless marriages can work?
No, and 100% every single time. I like mostly work for men, so every single time they're in a consult with me, I'm always hearing, I haven't had sex in 10 years, I haven't had sex in 5 years, I haven't had sex in 15 years, and I'm like, here we go again, the sex talk every single time. So it's like, you need to make sure you're doing it like 3 to 5, I would say like 3, 2, sometimes you want to go like 2 times, 2 to 3, but it really should be like 4, 2 to 4 times is ideal.
So a lack of sex in these marriages is the most common theme that you're seeing when they end.
Yeah, because it's connected to more of that. It's not just physical. It's like, all right, well, if you're not into someone and you're disgusted by them and you're pissed off at them, you're not going to be having sex with them, right? Because you're going to be unattracted to them, you're going to be irritated, and you're not going to be into them. So you're not going to be banging them.
Yo, bro, like, can you imagine you as a man, like, you're the provider, and you're just so disgusted and upset with your wife that you're like, you know what, I'm not paying the bills anymore. Oh my God, yeah, man. We'll see how long that lasts. That divorce gonna come even faster. See, and this is one of those things where I gotta admit, I am a tad bit on a more extreme side of things when it comes to this. This is why I've always been open to women being cool with men having side chicks and what have you. Because I know guys that are in sexless marriages, but they got side chicks. They wife know, but they try to act like they don't know. But you know, as long as hairs don't get crossed and nothing don't spill over, you feel me, everything cool. But I've always been saying, like, because I be thinking to myself, these women want men to be monogamous, but a lot of y'all women don't really want to suck and fuck on y'all man 24/7. Like, let's keep it 100. If most of y'all don't find most men attractive, why should men expect that from y'all anyway? And if that's the case, then let him have a side chick or two. Like I said, this is more on the extreme side coming from me, but I'm just looking at it logically. I'm not expecting it to be a thing, obviously, but damn, if y'all want to have that type of flexibility but still expect a man to do everything all the fucking time and not give him that same flexibility and grace that y'all feel entitled to, then damn, can he at least get that? I'm just saying, bro. But anyway, that's my little rant on that. Because I always found this a little bit annoying. Like, this is another one of the reasons why men don't want to get married. Because men keep hearing this complaint from other men that been married.
So why do you think people stay in these relationships for so long?
I think they stay in it just because it's comfortable and it's easy and it's really hard. This is marriage is a breakup on steroids. Like, if you're gonna get a divorce, it's not just like, I'm moving my shit out, bye-bye. It's like, if there's kids involved, forget about it. It's like your whole life is upended. It's a major decision. Your family's affected. Your life is affected. Half your crap is gone. So it's a little bit tougher than with just a simple breakup.
When a couple goes through a divorce, what's the process typically entail?
Someone has to file, first and foremost, someone's got to file. So you got to fill out the paperwork, file it with the court, and then you've got to serve someone, or they have to sign something saying they've gotten it. So either you have a random stranger who's hired by a service, or you have someone that you know, go and hand them the paperwork, which is always awkward. Or you can tell them, hey, I'm going to divorce you, and you're going to sign this document saying you've received this, which is always awkward.
So wait, they don't send a sheriff out to serve them, or?
You can't, like, some people will do that where you can get a constable, but it's not a sheriff. If there's a restraining order, you get a sheriff to do it.
Okay.
That's a whole nother.
So they sign that, Then what happens?
Then they have in California, they've got 30 days to file a response. In Massachusetts, where I'm also barred, like, they can just respond. So someone has to respond to it and say, all right, yeah, I want a divorce too, and this is what I want to do. And it's a simple paperwork.
So party A agrees for the divorce, and so does party B. Does that mean that they're officially divorced and that's fun? Or
No, I wish. It'd make things a lot easier, but no, you got to go through this whole rigmarole. All right, well, what do you have? Show me your paperwork for the past. Show me your bank accounts. Show me your credit card statements. Show me everything. I want to see what your financial assets are. So you got to break it down each person, which causes problems, right? Because someone's on OnlyFans, you're seeing it in their bank account. Because unlike, Ashley Madison, they used to hide it as American Bank. OnlyFans just says straight up OnlyFans. They have no shame with their billing. So you start seeing these kind of charges and you go, all right, well, we need to do more. I got to look into this. What else have you done? Have you gone to hotels? I want to see more bank statements. Take me back 5 years.
and so this can expose more infidelity in a relationship.
Yeah, and problems. So it's like, all right, now you're doing a deep dive and now you're starting to snoop through stuff and you've got some problems.
Okay. But after that process is done with the financial assets and looking at that, is it just the man had... So after that part's done, is it the man has made $100K and the girl makes $50K, so the girl gets 25 from the man, or what?
No. Then you're going to be looking at a whole complicated state-by-state calculation of, all right, how long were you married? Who paid what? Who's doing what? Who can earn what? Like, so now you're looking at all the potential of that, and you're going to get a crazy calculation. And if you're married for a decent amount of time, you're going to get some spousal support. If you're, like, say the guy's paying all the bills, woman's at home, the guy's going to pay up. He's going to be paying a good amount, and it's going to be for, in California, if it's less than 10 years, he'll be paying half the length of the marriage. Massachusetts, you go, it goes to 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20. It doesn't go, it's more regulated, but just depends.
Yeah, depending on what state you're in, I think the way things work is the longer you're in the marriage, the more you come out with. This is one of the reasons why you'll even see this in prenups, actually. Because I remember, matter of fact, perfect example, because I saw this not too long ago. Janet Jackson, old ass, when she got married to, I think, a guy, like a rich guy from Dubai or something, she had to be married to him X amount of years and have a baby. And if she did this in a certain amount of time, she would get granted, like, I don't know how many millions it was, but that's what was on the table. But these Dubai guys, bro, they got money like water. But I remember seeing that and I was like, damn, for real? Like, that's wild as hell. So I'm like, so when I saw that, I was like, Janet Jackson she literally treated that like a business. That was just kind of like, you feel me? That was her retirement plan, basically. Because, she had this baby at 50, y'all. Now, don't get me wrong, Janet Jackson always been in pretty good shape. So, that's very rare. And, along with the money that she gave, I understand she probably has access to certain resources and doctors and advanced science or whatever have you to be able to get that done. But that's wild, bro. I tell you, bro, you talk about killing the incentive for a man to get married, especially if they want to be the provider. Yeah, you still want to be a provider, y'all?
Being a divorce lawyer for 8 years, are you for prenups or are you against them?
Prenups are amazing. I'm a big fan of prenups. When some of my friends get married, instead of giving them a blender, I give them a prenup because it's a lot more useful. And I just do it for free and set it up. And I know the relationships, you know what to put in there. And it's great. So prenups, and you have a roadmap basically of what you're going to do. You can save like $50K on average if you have a prenup, like easily. Because you already say you divide this, do that. And you can put future stuff in there. So vacation home. Okay, I have no vacation home right now, but you put in the prenup and you can divide your vacation home, or say you have a business, divide your business a certain way. You do certain things.
But if prenups are so simple, why are so many women against it?
Because they want as much as they can get, obviously. I mean, you're not going to go to someone and say, hey, you want half can I give you half the amount you're supposed to get? Who would take that deal? Not many people. So it's not a very appealing thing. It's like going to someone who's ordering a sandwich and said, let me give you half the sandwich. Who's going to eat that sandwich? You want the full sandwich.
And this once again proves who is the more selfish and the greedier gender between the two. My God. Funny, I'm like, because y'all over here arguing this 50-50 conversation to death, but y'all damn sure won't have when a motherfucker paying for 100 of everything and y'all want to leave. And it's kind of crazy to hear her say that when prior to that, just seconds before that, she said she gives all her friends prenups. Imagine, she said friends, I guess it's gifts or something. Something tells me she probably knows quite a few women that are, making good money. This, I tell you, bro, God, bro. Ooh, man, this is one of, I tell you, ladies, man, y'all have put so much stock and money. Golly, bro. God, this is just ugly, man. This is so ugly, bro.
And what's the biggest misconception you've noticed when it comes on to divorces?
I don't think they're as taboo as they need to be. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's so bad, and it's like ruins your whole life. It doesn't. I think there's a lot of times where people find their second loves, and that seems to be really amazing, and they seem so much more happier and balanced. So it shouldn't be as taboo, and that's a misconception.
Have you ever had to represent a client over multiple marriages?
Yeah, and every single time I'm like, don't do it, man, don't do it. Can you get a prenup? Can you do something? I have multiple clients that are like, all right, here we go again. I just tell them don't do it, and they just do it. And I'm like, all right, see you soon.
Are you single?
No, I'm married.
How long have you been married?
About 5 years.
So how does your job make you view your relationship with him?
Just more, you're looking out a little bit more. You're like, all right, I need to maybe work on things a little bit more. You see stuff that's alarming. And when you're dating as a divorce lawyer, it gets a little crazy, right? Because you're like, all right, let me see how he is angry. Let me see how he is when he's sad. Let me make sure I go through a major event before I commit. Let me see how it is living with this person. So you have to be more aware.
So would you say that mentally it still puts a strain on your relationship, or it's just as easy as working at a 9 to 5?
What is it with the strain? I think it makes it stronger because you know what not to do. Basically, you're like, all right, if I do this, this might be a problem, because you see so many guys complain about my wife didn't do this, my wife didn't do that, and that bothered me. So I make sure not to do those things.
Well, that's what's up. And it's funny because I noticed that about there was a divorce lawyer couple that was on Fresh and Fit that I used to watch, and they were pretty much the same way. And it does seem like lawyers that are married, they tend to be better at marriages, and they seem to be a little bit more fair when it comes to divorces because they see it so much that they kind of have a bit more awareness and understanding than regular everyday people. So I appreciate that. But my goodness, man, yeah. I tell you what, ladies, if this is what men have to go through divorce, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, y'all better be doing a hell of a better job trying to sell this shit, because the way y'all selling it online right now, oh man, y'all will be some of the worst business salesmen ever. Y'all let me know what you thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.